mean, our parents, and their grandparents, they fought wars. They dealt with huge conflicts. Now, we have huge conflicts in our world today, but the truth is, most of us, even those that are struggling in this country, have so many opportunities that a lot of people around the world do not. And you guys, you may feel like you're the average, you're the norm, but the truth is you're not normal. You're living, we know that you're not normal, neither are we. On a whole different way, that's a different thought. Yes, we're all crazy, but besides that, you're not average from the point of a statistic. You are among those that have great privilege in the world. There's, so many kids living in just one village in Africa that are living less than $1 a day, that when you walk in there, you think, I could do one thing that was uncomfortable for me and it would completely change the life of this person. When we started the idea of giving shoes last year with Toms, we felt really passionate about the cause of AIDS in Africa, because what we saw was young women, much like you guys, who are mothers, who are young mothers, who have HIV and are unable to prevent passing on disease to their children. And imagine the idea of being a young woman who, by no fault of hers, has HIV, and she knows she's pregnant. She knows that she's barely going to be able to feed herself. So how could she possibly think about getting that 33-cent drug that she only needs a 33-cent drug for a month to make sure that she's not going to pass HIV on to her unborn child? Okay, just imagine knowing as the days are counting down that you're about to give your child a death sentence that'll give them 3 years to live. So you've got this challenge for us where we don't have to do things that we're not forced to do. I mean, in this country, you're free to walk around with megaphones and say all kinds of stuff. So nobody's going to force you to help those that are in need. No one's going to force you to stand up to oppression. But the challenge of the walk is not about being forced. This is about empowering you. This is about each of us recognizing the fact that you already have the tools you need to become somebody that is going to change the world. Back to the shoe thing. When we started last year with Tom's Shoes, we thought Tom's was a great example because it was an idea, it was a company. We see a pair of Tom's. Who has Tom's or who has bought Tom's before? Okay. So Tom's was a great example for us because it was a business. We sat down with Blake that started Tom's and said, hey, the idea of giving with your business and making it a business and saying, I'm gonna have a sustainable business model, but I'm gonna give every time I sell a pair of shoes. That's something that we can all walk away from and internalize and ask ourselves how we can do that in our own small way with our life. We're a band. We have a certain group of people that'll stand here and listen. So we have, we have music, we have tours, we have an opportunity to get together with you guys and walk. Every one of you has an opportunity to give in your own way. And so the challenge of the walks is, what will you do after this walk? What will you do after this mile? What ways will you challenge yourself, even if it's a little thing 5 years from now, even if it's what you do tomorrow. But we want to encourage you guys that right now, in this time, in this moment, in this year, before this tour is done, that we want you to help us get enough miles to walk all the way around the world. And the reason we want to do that, the reason that's important is because just like giving one pair of shoes and seeing it become 50,000 pairs of shoes, we want you guys to realize that just by coming here, you're going to be a part of doing something that is going to bridge gaps all the way around the world. Every one of you guys is going to count for a mile today. If you will walk over to the table and put your name down, register, and you can decide how you want your mile to count, okay? You can make your $1 that we're going to give for you. You can make that $1 count to help provide a pair of Toms. You can make it count to drill a well. It costs $3,000 to drill a well, okay? We need 3,000 miles, okay? We need, it costs $8,500 to build a school in Kenya. You guys can help build a school. You can help provide medicine. It costs 33 cents a day for a mother to get HIV, to get medicine to prevent her from passing HIV to her unborn child, okay? We want to provide 250 mothers that medication for a month, okay? That $1, that makes a difference. So when you put your name down, you got to know that you're making a difference. And the next level comes when you guys leave, you go to the site we set up called takethewalk.net, okay? When you go to the site, you'll see all the miles that have been registered. And you'll see how the causes that we're talking about are right there for you to give more to if you want. If you want to give $100, $1,000, if you want to get your friends together and do your own walk, to raise money for these causes, you can choose to do those things. That's one of the things we're really excited about, is how many people around the country now and people around the world have decided that they're going to organize themselves to do a walk in their own town. We've got fans all over the country that have said, I can do a walk. This is not hard. This is just a gathering of crazy people. So, hey, cheers to crazy people, right? If you don't have, you know, somebody said to me, we were walking the other day, you don't have to be crazy to want to help people. And you guys should be reminded that you're not crazy for wanting to take your shoes off. You're not crazy for wanting to come here and join us. And you're incredible, in fact. And just by deciding to come today, if you don't do anything else, and I want to encourage you that you should do much more, but if you didn't do any more, it would still be a huge encouragement to us. It would encourage us to walk another mile. It would encourage us to keep walking too fast and leaving people at the light. It would encourage us to continue to do this and use what we have, which is an opportunity to speak to you guys and continue to use our music in whatever way we can. It's a challenge for all of us walking away to realize that it's not about becoming something you aren't in order to make a difference. It's about realizing how powerful you already are. And that's what you guys are doing today. So, cheers to that. So, we're going to walk over to the table. I want to mention a couple other things. One, a lot of you guys know about this, but I want to tell you about this book. It's called Take the Walk. The book is it's a coffee table book. It comes out in November. It's the story of the last few years. It tells the story of each of the things we've come across over the last few years, the causes, Tom's, the walks we've done, and it raises money for all 5 of the causes. It's $40. You can buy it. You can pre-order it here at the table. We wrote 5 new songs and recorded them. If you get the book today, we'll give you the CD with the music right now, and you can get it over there. We also signed a special cover for you guys. I think that way you already have an autograph, and here you go. And we hand it to you. You get both of those things if you pre-order it today, and it raises money for the 5 causes as well. So that's another way you guys can choose to give a little more today. If you're thinking, hey, I got 50 bucks, I got 25 bucks, I want to give it, hold on to that. If you're thinking about what you can do, go to takethewalk.net tonight and learn about each of the causes and find out how you can get involved. One last thing I want to say is another reminder that this is not about awareness, and this is not about guilt. This walk is about action. This is about you guys that are actually walking. It's great that people walk and wonder what we're doing, but it's really about you guys that have joined us already, and realizing that when you leave the walk today, when you go back to your lives, when you go see a concert tonight, that your decision to make a difference is going to come down to you. It's not going to come down to the people that you tell, though that's one way to reach people, but in the end it ultimately comes down to how you hold yourself accountable. It's incredible to see that people have already come back to us with ideas, and I know you guys are going to do great things, and also it's an opportunity to stand up and continue walking in your own way. So you guys are amazing, and thank you so much for walking with us today. Everybody wants to say it with me, and I want to say it loud, right? Say, I took the walk! I took